So I wanted to really quickly talk about the importance of setting up proper lighting in your game. Whether you're using a fixed pipeline with OpenGL and you're letting it handle the lighting for you and just positioning things, or whether you're using a shader and having a little bit more finite control over how your lights behave. Setting up proper specular highlights and how much amount you're going to have, where your positions for your lights are going to be in your game world, and then what kind of power and attenuation are going to affect them is really important. So one of the things that I've done, I'm going to go ahead and flip out here and show you a different build of the game. One of the things that I've done to help make that a little bit easier instead of just guessing with some numbers and finding out what looks right is I've set up what I call a light rigger. This is a really easy thing to do. I've added at the top here light positions X, Y, and Z, a strength for light 1, and these are in columns across the screen. Then a second light, these are both point lights, that have an X, Y, Z position and then a strength, and then a shine value for specular highlights. Now that shine right now is fully maxed out, so if we bring it back down to more reason, you'll see it happens. So let's go ahead and turn on some lights. Let's turn on light 2, and then let's bring up light 1 a little bit. And in my debugger, I have actual values being spit out that I can take a look at to see how powerful and where these lights are coming from. So it's a little too strong. So we can play with these in real time and kind of find something that we're looking for. So we can move the light direction, the light position a little bit by dragging along those axes to set up where that light's going to be. We can also change some things. So let's go ahead and see what the rest of the world. So you can see this is really still way too bright. The specular highlights on that block are just insane. So let's bring the specular down just a touch, something a little bit more reasonable. You still get a nice shine on our ball, a little bit too much on the grass still, and we've lost it off of our rubber block here. There's just a little bit that we see when he gets down low. So it's still too much. One of the other cool things we can do, let's go ahead and turn light 1 mostly off. And then let's go to point light 2. Let's turn this guy into the negative, so his strength is going to become negative. That's a little bit more, something about like that somewhere. You can already start to see a little bit of color inversion. Let's go ahead, and you can especially see it in the background there. Let's pump our X way, way up for that light. And there you can see it now on the ground. The color is being inverted, and that's because the strength of my light, for example, has now become negative, which is kind of a neat effect. We may end up using that down the road. But this is the power of using a light rigger like this, just a quick and easy setup, is that it gives you the ability to change where the light's coming from and see it in real time. And it's really easy. You just basically set it up so that your input on the screen in some way, shape, or form is driving and controlling those light settings in real time, so you kind of see how things look.